Police calling all cars. Police calling all cars. Attention all cars. Broadcast 3. Be on the lookout for LaSalle Coupe. 8 X-ray 3072. 8 X-ray 3072. 3 men in the car. An American, a Mexican, and a Negro. He's been wanted for robbery and murder. That's all. Rosenberg.
Will you help the police in their war against juvenile delinquency? Every boy and girl should be trained to respect the law and despise lawbreakers. Already, many thousands of young boys and girls have joined Rio Grande's Junior Police Department. We offer 15 different free gifts to members, complete G-Man and Junior Detective outfits. Your neighborhood dealer who sells Rio Grande cracked gasoline will show you how to get all 15 of these gifts, all free. If you are interested in police and crime stories, you should read the Calling All Cars News, an interesting illustrated monthly publication given away wherever Rio Grande cracked gasoline is sold. One of the most effective weapons used by your police in their war on crime is Rio Grande cracked gasoline, which gives so many police cars the lightning-like acceleration, the sensational speed and power which enables them to quickly capture speeders and fleeing criminals. Police cars have made an enviable reputation for these quick captures, and police say Rio Grande cracked gasoline has proved to be the fastest and most efficient gasoline they have ever used. Every year, more and more cities contract with Rio Grande to use cracked gasoline exclusively in all their emergency cars. For years now, more police and emergency cars have used Rio Grande cracked gasoline wherever it is sold than any other brand, and the list is constantly growing. We invite you to make a test in your car with the same tetraethyl-treated Rio Grande cracked gasoline used by police cars and enjoy the thrill of police car performance. Now we are pleased to present Captain Bert Wallace, head of the homicide squad of the Los Angeles Police Department. Captain Wallace.
Good evening, friends. We hear much about the reformation of the hardened criminal. It rarely happens that way. Once a criminal has stepped across the borderline into dishonesty, it seems that he can't resist the temptation to turn another trick. It is very discouraging to police officers to spend so much time and so much of the taxpayers' money to capture a bandit and then have him turned loose by the parole system after a short jail sentence. Police know only too well that they will soon pick up evidence that the so-called reformed criminal has returned to his erring ways. Police records are full of cases of men and women arrested again and again and again. Police know that most major crimes are committed by experienced criminals who have police records. Tonight's broadcast tells the story of a gang of hold-up men composed, with one exception, of ex-convicts. It gives a typical example of how these men, whose minds have already been poisoned against law and order, delight in pitting their strength against the law enforcement agencies. Their punishment by the courts does not teach them a lesson. As you will see, it is necessary for your police department to keep a watch on all known criminals and paroled convicts, and it is from their ranks that the police make most of their arrests. I hope that the moral taught by tonight's program will be instrumental in keeping many potential law violators from making that dangerous first step. I very much fear that, once having tasted the forbidden fruits of crime, it is almost impossible to return to a respectable life, and that the police must arrest the criminally inclined again and again, if necessary, until they have been put behind the bars for good.
Our story opens on a warm summer afternoon in 1932 in a little jewelry store on South Vermont Avenue in Los Angeles. The proprietor, black magnifying glass in his eye, is repairing a watch when a customer wanders in, followed by two companions, one a Negro.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good afternoon. And what can I do for you?
I want to look at your watches.
Yeah. About what price watch you have in mind?
Oh, something around $35.
$35. Yeah. Yes, we have some very nice numbers at that price. Just a minute, and I will show you. Here. Now here's a very smart watch. Swiss movement. Guaranteed.
Here? Hold up your hands.
What?
Hold up your hands.
My God, what's this here?
Now, shut up. Dump those watches into the bag, Frank. Take this bird into the back room, Hank.
Okay, boss.
Look, Bob, here is a bag of jewels, diamonds, rubies.
Okay, dump it in and don't talk so much. We gotta make time. I don't miss that silverware back there.
No, I get in.
Hey, boss, you got doors open back here.
Well, lock it, dummy.
Yowza.
Look up, here comes somebody.
All right, pile that junk into the sack. I'll take care of him. What do you want?
I'm looking for the manager. You the manager?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I see. Well, I'd like to get my wife's watch fixed. It seems the mainspring is...
Get in the back room.
Yes, fall will be here soon.
I said get in the back room.
What's that in your hand? Well, I declare, a gun.
I'll give you 3 to get in the back room.
Well, the police will hear of this.
1.
And it'll go hard with you.
2.
I never was one to stand by and see the law
Hey!
broken.
What's going on in here, boss?
Never mind now, Hank. You got the junk, Frank?
See, the sack is full.
How about you, Hank?
I ain't had time yet, boss.
All right, forget it. Get going. This will be a tough beef. We'd better scram quick.
Oh, my God, they've killed him. Help! Police! Police! Police!
A few moments later, the police arrive. The clues are meager. The frightened jeweler's description of the bandits, the bullet which is later removed from the skull of the murdered customer, and a pillowcase which one of the bandits had dropped in his flight. This pillowcase, which was used as a sack for the loot, is turned over to Ray Pinker of the police department's laboratory. Later in the day, he makes his report to Inspector Davidson of the homicide detail.
Well, Ray, what did you find?
I was able to make out this erased laundry mark. It's 1471.
1471. Just a minute till I make a note of that.
Well, there seems to have been a name worked into this material in the thread. Probably the name of a hotel. I've carefully pulled all the threads out, and I haven't been able to decipher that yet.
Very well. Keep after it.
You bet I will.
But the clue of the pillowcase leads nowhere. For the search of the hotel whose property it is results in no suspects fitting the description of the bandits. It looked like a clean getaway. That night, York returns to the gang's hideout from the fence.
Who is that?
I guess that's the boss.
And maybe the bulls.
You answer him, Hank.
And then get all shut up? No, sir. Not me. No, sir.
Ah, it's Bob. 3 rings. I will get it.
Well, boss, how you make out?
Not bad, not good.
How much is that?
Well, he gave me $500 for the stuff.
Only 5 C's?
You should have let me take it to this fence, I know, Bob. I could get lots more.
That's the best I could do.
How much you holding out for yourself?
Cut that talk, Mug. I don't do business that way.
Okay. Drop the gat.
All right, boys, this will not get us no place. Let us have the dough.
Okay, here you are. I figure the cut this way. 150 for Frank and me, and 100 apiece for Hank and Tiny.
Hey, what is
No,
this?
just a minute there, boss.
Now listen, Frank and I really pulled the job. Hank mussed around in the back room all the time. I don't know what he was doing, playing kiss the pillow with a Dutch jeweler or
Now,
something.
listen here, boss. I can explain all that, I'll tell
And
you.
Tiny only drove the car. Frank and I did the real work.
Yeah, and you pulled a beef bumping off that old man.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that, boss.
How'd I know the guy was deaf? I can't stop to ask questions during a job.
Listen here, York. You pulled the beef, but if the bulls get us, we'll all take the rap for it. Oh, maybe only life for us while you swing. We're all in it. We're cutting even, see?
Yes, Bob. Me, I do not want more than the rest.
And if you don't cut even, York, I just soon turn the heat on you as look at you.
Well, I don't want no trouble.
You bet you don't. You don't want me to press the button on this toy I got here, do you, York? Now, how do we cut?
Okay, it's an even split.
That's more like it.
Here you are. 125 apiece.
In marked money, York?
Oh, shut up. Where's Rosita, Frank?
Oh, my little niece. I do not know. Back in the kitchen, maybe.
Well, I'm going out and talk to her. Rosita,
Yes?
where are you?
Here in the kitchen?
Hello, Chiquita.
Yorkie, Hello, querido.
I got something for you, honey.
For Rosita? What is it?
Here.
Oh, Yorkie. How beautiful. A real diamond. It is real, no?
Well, if it ain't, I did a lot of work this afternoon for nothing.
Oh, it is beautiful. Oh, Rosita love you so very much for it. Rosita, she give you big kiss for him.
I like that.
Oh, Rosita, she knows how to kiss, eh?
I'll say. Now, look, here's something else for you.
Something else?
Yeah, here's $50. Go ahead and get yourself some glad rags.
Oh, Yorkie, you are so nice to me. I give you another kiss. So.
Say, Rosita, how'd you like to marry me?
Marry you? Be Mrs. Yorkie? No, really?
Yeah, on the up and up. Have a padre hook us and everything.
Me, I think that would be one swell good idea.
You do? Gee, that's great. No, wait a minute. Listen, I'm liable to be in trouble. You know that.
Trouble? Tell me, he said something had gone wrong today. What is it?
Well, truth is, I killed a guy.
Well,
Don't that make no difference?
why should it? We can go to Mexico. We can run away. I will take you to the little town where I was born. They will never find you there.
Yeah, but we ain't got no dough.
Get some. Go get some like you got these. Only get a lot. Rob a bank.
Rob a bank? That's an idea. A good idea. I'll talk to the boys about it right now.
Yorkie,
Yeah?
you forgot to kiss Rosita.
Oh, yeah. Chiquita, here are the berries. Hey, boys. I got a great idea.
Like bumping off an old man?
Oh, shut up. Now, listen, Rogers. I'm sick of the sight of you. Now, get out.
What do you mean, get out?
You pulled your last job with me, and I'm through with you.
Now, look here. What
You heard me. You got your cut. More than you deserve. You're paid off, so scram.
Well, if that's the way you feel about
Well, it is the way I feel about it. You're nothing but a small change, Rogers. Well, I've been sprung out of more big houses than you ever heard of.
Yeah, well, listen. I done my time, too.
Now, you'd never know it. You talk like a kid sticking up gas stations. Now, beat it. I got no time for you.
Okay. But maybe you're making a mistake.
Yeah, and maybe I'm just wising up. And don't slam the door when you go out. That guy gets on my nerves.
Doggone, he's a good man, boss.
Well, I don't want him around me. You get it?
Yes, I sure does. Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the idea. We're going to stick up a bank.
A bank? That's a big job, boss.
You're telling me? Well, we're doing only big jobs from now on. Now, look here. We're in up to our necks now. If they ever get us, we're on our way to the big house. But if we pull a couple of nice jobs, we can all get out of the country with enough to live on for the rest of our lives.
You're figuring on getting some real important money, is that it, boss?
Right. Now, we'll need another guy, a good hard guy to pull a bank job. Now, can you think of anybody? Say, I've got it. Turcotte. You know him?
Don't seem as if I does, no.
See, I know him. He is all right. He is very good with the gun.
All right. We'll start on one of these little branch banks out this way. And then, just to be sure we get enough for the rest of our lives, we'll knock over one of the big downtown banks. Listen, we got everything to gain. And if we stick around here too long, the bulls are bound to pick us up. It's in the cards. The homicide squad down at the city hall is a tough bunch of monkeys. And don't ever forget it.
The gang works slowly, cautiously, planning their crime. They do not strike until a month later, and then, late in the morning of August 23rd, 1932, as the manager of a branch bank on South Broadway answers the telephone.
Oh, hello, Dave. How are you? Yes, indeed. Oh, that'll be all right. Yeah. Yes, we can handle you for that amount. Yeah. Say, Dave, don't hang up. 3 tough fellows just walked in. One of them's a Negro. Yeah. Yes, Dave, it's a holdup. They just pulled their guns. Call the police right away. I gotta hang up.
Hey, you over there.
Who, me?
Yeah. You move to the back. Now get going. Keep them covered, Hank. While I get the dough.
All right, boss.
All right. Pass it out, Frank.
See.
Hank, I told you, watch that guy's gotta go.
Oh, he got me. He got me, boss. He got me.
Stop the car! Stop the car!
Yorkie caught a son. Have you brought me the money?
I don't have it, Rosita. Frank's got it.
Well, where is Tio Francisco?
He's shot.
Shot?
Yeah. They plugged him.
Will, what happened?
Oh, the boy's got buck fever. It didn't turn out like we figured. Everything went wrong.
Well, where is Tio Francisco?
We left him on the street.
You left my uncle on the street to die?
Oh, listen, baby. We couldn't help it. There wasn't time to get him. That manager was blazing away at us.
You left my uncle to die.
Oh, honey. He ain't bumped off. Hank is. He's dead. But Frank's okay. He's just wounded out there.
You left him to die. You're a thief. He was the only one in the world who was good to me.
Oh, now listen, Rosita. Listen to me. I swear I'll spring him from the hospital. I'll spring him if I have to bump off a half a dozen guys to do it.
No, he's dead. I know it. You let him die. I never want to see you again. Get out! Get out! Get out!
Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Metro. What's the trouble?
The 10th bank holdup.
These the bandits?
2 of them.
Dead?
Yes, both of them.
Okay. Keep that card back, will you?
Yes, sir.
Here's the manager of the bank, Romero. He shot these 2 guys.
I see. How many others were there? Well, there was one more in the bank at the time. He seemed to be the leader. And then there were 2 more in the car. I shot at the car as it drove away. Maybe I hit one of them. I don't know.
What kind of a car was it?
It was a LaSalle coupe.
You get the license number?
No, I couldn't get it.
Officer,
yes?
officer, I've got the license number of that car.
You have?
Yes. I was just coming into the bank when I heard the shooting. I hid in the doorway and watched them drive away. I wrote down the license. Here it is. 8X3072.
Well, that's fine. Thank you very much. Very much obliged, lady. Oh, Burris.
Yes?
Call headquarters and get this on the broadcast and teletype. Bandits escaped in a LaSalle coupe. License number 8X3072.
Right. And say, here's some addresses and telephone numbers from the Mexican's body.
Good. These ought to lead us someplace.
Say, Romero, I just found this in the teller's cage.
A pillowcase, huh?
Yep, and the same kind as we found in that jewelry store murder on Vermont last month.
Say, it is at that. Now we're getting someplace.
The pillowcase turns out to be a mate to the one used in the jewelry store holdup. And the addresses found in Alvarado's pocket lead the officers to the gang's hideout on Mercury Street. Under the direction of Inspector Davidson of the homicide detail, a stakeout of the place reveals only a young girl as the occupant of the house. Late in the day, the officer decides to pay her a call.
Yes?
We're police officers, ma'am.
My Tio Francisco. How is he?
Who?
Uncle Frank. He is all right?
It must mean Frank Alvarado.
Frank? What's his last name?
Alvarado.
Frank Alvarado, huh?
See, is he all right?
He's dead, ma'am.
Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, pobre Tio Francisco. Pobre Tio Francisco. That pig. Leaving him on the street to die.
What's that?
That Yorkie. He let my uncle die.
Yorkie. Who's he?
You want to know, eh?
Yeah.
You want to know everything so you can catch him, eh? Well, I will tell you everything. He left my uncle to die, so you shall know everything. Come in. I will help you find that pig.
Rosita's information leads the officers to a rooming house on Maple Street operated by an Oriental, where York and Alvarado stayed on August 15th.
Oh, hello. How do you do? What can I do for very nice American gentleman?
Let's see your register.
Oh, what for I show register?
Don't ask so many questions. We're from police headquarters.
Oh, yes, very fine policeman. I show. Here, you please look.
Yeah. Let's see now. 19th, 18th, 16th. Here we are.
Just 2 names. Thomas Kern and William Cummings. Probably phonies.
Yeah.
Hey, you. Know anything about these 2 fellas?
Oh, what a fellow. Oh, these are. Oh, what do you want to know?
What do they look like?
Oh, look at that.
There.
Oh, I scared. I not remember. That many days ago. I forget. Many people come, many people go. I not notice.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Please?
Try to think what these two men were like, will you? It wasn't so long ago, only a week.
Oh, no. I'm sure I cannot think. I no remember.
Well, then, that's that.
Well, maybe he doesn't remember.
Yeah, maybe.
Rosita willingly accompanies the officers as they search all night through the hills in the vicinity of the hideout for the fugitive. Then she suggests that they may be at a coffee house she knows of on South Main Street. Early in the morning, they visit this place, and Burris goes in, but soon returns to the car.
What luck?
None.
No, they're not there. Nobody's seen anyone like them for days.
Maybe.
Say, I got a hunch.
You know what?
Let's go back to that dump on Maple Street.
What dump?
The one Boris and I looked over yesterday.
Well, it's worth a try.
See, it is a good idea. They will be there, maybe. Then the pig will pay.
Oh, what the for? You wake me up before honorable sun in sky?
We want to look at that register again.
Oh, very good. I show.
Anybody else come in since we were here before?
Oh, people come, they go. Yes, I think very fine people he come. You please to look?
Now, look, Romero.
Huh?
Here's the same birds registered yesterday as registered on the 16th.
Let me see. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, let me see that handwriting. Well, say, that checks with this, you see?
Now, what's that?
York's writing from the police records.
Well, then I think we've got the boys.
Hey, you. What room are they in?
Oh, what a room? Oh, I think number 16, I think.
Are they there now?
I know nothing.
Did you tell them we'd been here before?
Oh, I run extra special fine rooming house. I know nothing else.
Okay, you got a key to 16?
I think maybe I find him here on the desk.
All right, find it and let us into that room.
Oh, I wonder if this is good thing for a customer.
Don't forget, we're police officers.
Oh, yes, sir. I remember now. I open now. You come around this way, please.
Have your guns ready, boys. These are tough monkeys.
All right.
Well, here we are. All set?
You bet.
Okay. Open her up.
All right, I do. Oh, I know can do. Bolt on other side. He's a lock.
They got it bolted from the inside, eh?
Who's there?
Open the door.
Who is it?
Open up.
All right, don't break the door down.
All set, boys. Okay. On your toes now.
Hey, what's the big?
Yeah, we're police officers. Stick 'em up. Stick 'em up. You two over there.
Okay.
Watch that guy on the bed. He's got a gun.
Drop it. Look out, Andy. He's going to shoot.
Let him have it.
Now, drop it.
Okay. You hit the bed?
Pretty bad.
Where?
Down here.
Sorry, but you shouldn't have whipped that rod out from under the covers.
I know. I asked for it. Snap the braces on him, boys. Hey, Boris, you call the ambulance and take Turcotte to Georgia Street Receiving Hospital, will you?
Okay.
Andy and I'll take Mr. York here to Central.
It's okay with me, boys. I can take it.
It ought to be okay.
Okay.
All right. Come on, let's go.
Listen, keep a stiff upper lip, Turk. And don't say nothing.
Right. So long, pal.
Robert York confessed to the murder of William Kirkpatrick in the jewelry store holdup and implicated his previous accomplice, Rogers, in the crime. LeMay, the driver in the bank robbery, was sent to San Quentin for 7 years to life. Turcotte permanently wounded, and Rogers were given life sentences on a verdict of first-degree robbery and murder. And Robert York was hanged. So these habitual criminals again learned that you cannot beat the law. This time, the evidence presented by the police was so damning that the courts meted out stiff sentences. I hope that a mistaken sense of mercy will not result in these confirmed criminals being released from their life sentence to prey again on respectable citizens.
Thank you, Captain Wallace. Warning. When you change your motor oil, you should use a different grade entirely. You have been using winter oil. It's time to change to summer oil now. And if you want to know exactly what grade of oil your car should have, ask the independent dealer in your neighborhood who sells Rio Grande cracked gasoline. He has been trained to apply the Sinclair law of lubrication, and he has the latest factory information on every car. He can tell you exactly what grade of motor oil is best for your engine. And he can tell you exactly what kind of lubricant should be applied to every moving part. Sinclair is the recognized leader in the manufacture of scientific lubricants, and the Sinclair Lubrication Manual is the recognized authority on the correct application of oils and greases. Sinclair has become America's largest manufacturer of lubricants, and Sinclair experts work with every automobile maker to determine the correct lubricant for every part of your automobile. This information, revised from week to week, is placed in the hands of the Rio Grande cracked gasoline dealer in your neighborhood so he can lubricate your car scientifically and accurately. It costs you no more to get Sinclair scientific lubrication or Sinclair motor oils, and you get a lot more for your money.
Los Angeles Police calling all cars, attention all cars. Cancellation of broadcast 3. Regarding 3 men wanted for murder and robbery. These men are now in custody. That's all. Rosenberg.
Frederick Lindsley, your narrator, bidding you good night for the Rio Grande Oil Company.
Calling all cars. A copyrighted program transcribed and dedicated to the prevention of crime.
Calling all cars, attention all cars, broadcast 4. Proceed at once to Central Police Station. There's a man in the chief's office threatening to blow up the building. That is all. Gordon.
It is true that law enforcement departments are better equipped to fight crime than crime is to fight them. The departments are furnished with every time-saving device and reinforced by modern science. Peace officers are trained by experts skilled in every phase of police investigation. And last but not least, the men who protect society are willing to give their lives in performance of their duty. In the story you're about to hear, a police officer made a decision that took the kind of courage for which our law enforcement agents are noted. Took a chance with the odds of 100 to 1 against him. Listen to the true story of the human bomb. Far back in the police records to bring you a story of one of the most daring and desperate plots ever attempted by one man. A dynamite terrorist held an entire city police force at bay and threatened to blow the city hall to bits as he calmly sat in the chief of police's office with his infernal machine on his lap. One morning, a strange apparition looking like a man from Mars appeared at the chief's office. His face was completely covered with a sheepskin hood, which was pierced in two places by ghostly green goggles. Atop the hood, he wore a battered soldier's campaign hat. He carried a large box painted blood red. One hand he held inside the box. The other, supporting the box on the outside, was also painted blood red. The chief secretary, amazed at his appearance, accosted him as he pushed through the swinging gate into the office.
Who did you wish to see?
I want to see the highest officer of the city.
Well, you're in the wrong place.
Let me by. I'm going in there.
You'll have to state your business.
Let me by if you know what's good for you.
Out there, Miss Jim.
This man wants
Let
in, but he
me
won't.
by.
Let him in. I'll talk to him.
I want to see the highest officer of the city. Are you him?
Well, I'm chief of police, if that's what you mean.
Are you the boss around here?
Well, in this building is. Where did you come from? A fancy dress ball?
It don't make no difference where I come from.
Well, who are you?
That is my business, too.
Well, maybe you'll tell me why you're dressed up like this. Are you advertising something?
No, I'm not advertising anything. I mean business. I came down here for a reason. And I got something here that's going to make you do as I say.
Well, now, that all depends.
Depends? On what?
Depends on what you've got there.
Oh, it will do the business.
And what do you want me to do? What's in the box?
A machine that will blow this building and everyone in it to bits.
What did you say?
I said a machine that will blow this building and everyone in it to bits.
Indeed.
Yeah, indeed. You want a demonstration?
Oh, no, thanks. Perhaps there's no need for it. Now, maybe you'll tell me what's on your mind.
I want you to send for Paul Shoup, the president of the Pacific Electric Railroad, and make him come down here. I want to talk to him.
Paul Shoup?
Yeah, Paul Shoup. That's the man I mean. Get him down here.
Now, whatever in the world do you want with Paul Shoup?
That is my business. He's the whole shooting match down at the railroad company, and I want to talk to him.
But he couldn't help you. He doesn't own the railroad. He's just the president.
You heard me. I want you to get Paul Shoup down here. I got something to say to him. Remember, all I have to do to set this thing off is to jerk my hand out of the box.
Yes, that's all right. Now, we'll try to get in touch with him. In just a second. Oh, Snively.
Yes, sir?
Get in touch with Paul Shoup, president of the Pacific Electric Railway, and ask him to come down here at once.
Yes, sir.
And show him in the moment he gets here.
You're not going to call him, are you?
Didn't you see the chief wink? I'm going to take the call. I'll go into my desk in the chief's office. You ring me from the switchboard, and I'll answer on a dead line. Get it?
Yes. Oh, but I'm scared.
Do as I say.
All right.
They're ringing him now, sir.
Oh, that's good. Now, look here. Did it ever occur to you that you'd blow yourself up as well as the building if you let that thing go?
That is my business. I've thought it all out. I'm going to see that those railroad men get a square deal or die trying.
Well, there's the call, Chief. I'll get it. Hello, Pacific Electric? Mr. Shoup, please. Chief Sebastian calling. Oh, he's not there yet. Well, just as soon as he comes in, ask him to come down to the chief of police's office. Yes, it's very important. Thanks. Goodbye.
Well, When will he be here?
Well, they said they expected him any moment.
Good. When that guy gets here, he'll listen to me. He'll give those poor railroad men the wages they should get, or else.
Well, good morning, Grace.
Good morning, Lieutenant.
Who's the scarecrow in the chief's office? Huh?
He says he's going to blow up the place with that box.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, it's terrible. I'm so scared. Maybe he really will, Lieutenant.
Well, just to be on the safe side, maybe you'd better get the other girls and get out of the building.
Where are you going?
I'm going in there and see if I can kid him out of it. Good morning, Chief.
Oh, yes, it's Sam.
I want to speak to you about that Gonzalez case and... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were busy. Well, for the love of... Oh, what's this?
Keep your distance.
What have you got there? A shoe-shining outfit?
You won't think so about the time I pull the trigger inside this box.
Oh, is that so? What is it? One of those infernal machines?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, fine. I've always wanted to see one of those. You mind if I look?
Wait a minute. I'll show you something. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
That's dynamite. There are 59 sticks like it in here. Enough to blow this whole building into a cloud of dust. Now, do you believe me?
No, I think you're joking. Listen, we've got a jailer here named John Shams who knows all about that stuff. Let him have a look at your box. And if he says it's dynamite, we'll all believe it.
Okay. Tell him to come ahead. But if he tries anything funny...
Oh, he won't. I'll see if he's around. Oh, John! John Shams! Yeah? John! In the chief's office, will you?
Come in.
Shoop had better hurry. I'm getting tired of holding this trigger. And all I need to do is let her go.
Now, don't get excited.
Good morning, Chief. Did he call?
Oh, yes, sir. Brown here, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this man here claims he's got dynamite in that box, and I doubt him, John. I want you to tell me if it's the real stuff. Here, let me have that sample.
Here you are. You'll find out quick enough.
Yeah.
Well, John, what about it?
It's the real thing, all right.
Huh?
Looks like about 80%.
Yeah? Well, he says he's got 60 sticks there. Claims that's enough to blow us to bits. Is that right?
Blow us to bits? I'd say it would. And scatter the bits over the county.
Rumor spreads like wildfire through the downtown district.
There's a maniac loose.
He's going to blow up the police station.
Murder. Wholesale murder. There's a madman in the police station. Hurry up to the police station.
Crowds of imprudent people bear down on the police station, mill round the entrance on First Street. Mounted police strive vainly to push them back to a safe distance.
Get back there. Get back there. Move back.
You gotta get back. How you, Harry? We'll have to get some more men and rope the street off.
And in the jail on the third floor, the excitement of the crowd informs the 260 prisoners of their helpless plight as a sergeant rushes through the building, warning the city employees to get out at once.
Get out of the building, folks.
What's the matter?
There's a man in the chief's office with a bomb. Everybody out of the building. Hurry, girls. Get out as fast as you can.
Get me out. We don't want to get blown up. Get your ass out of here.
Hey, John, what are we going to do with these men?
We'll get them out, all right. Get some of the boys and help me herd them into the drunk tank. They've sent for the streetcar. It'll be waiting by the time we get them out the back way.
Good, okay.
Pipes down! Pipes down! We can't get no place with all this noise. Now listen to me. I'm unbarring the doors. File out and bar in the doors. File out and march down to the drunk tank. And don't try any funny business. All right, boys, get along there. Make it snappy. Come on, boys, we haven't all day. Now listen, gentlemen. Down in the chief's office, there's a nut with a load of dynamite threatening to blow up the building.
I'm serving 30 days for beating my old lady. I wasn't given no death sentence.
All right. Pipe down now and listen. The boys are stalling this bird along, trying to kid him out of it.
Let them be heroes if they want to. You don't get...
Yeah, but we're caught like rats in a trap. Boys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you'll all be quiet, we'll be out of here in 5 minutes. Now listen, we're taking you out the sideway and we're putting you into a streetcar. Now for the next few minutes, act like men, not cowards. Okay, Bob, get him into the handcuff chain. We'll get you out of here in no time, boys.
All right, come on.
Under the watchful eye of Jailer Shand, the 260 prisoners are emptied from the jail, loaded on the waiting streetcar, and transported to the East Side station. In the chief's office, Sebastian and the terrorist face each other silently. The hooded man keeps his hand within the blood-red box, balefully watching the chief through his green goggles. In the outer offices, detectives discuss the situation in hushed tones.
Could use an ammonia gun on him.
Yeah, that ought to work. Well, he claims that the thing goes off when he releases his hand. If we used ammonia, then the relaxation of his hand would blow us up.
How about clapping a chloroform sponge on his face?
Oh, that's not good. Couldn't get behind him. He's sitting plumb against the wall. And remember, he's wearing that sheepskin mask.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello, John. Get the prisoners out okay?
Yeah, they're all gone, thank heaven. Any change up here?
No. We're trying to figure out how to get that box away from the guy.
See here. I could draw a bead on him from where I'm standing with his coat of mine, and he'd be dead before he knew it.
Yeah, and so would you probably.
Too late now, anyway. He just moved his chair. Say, I got an idea. Let's tell him that Paul Shoup will meet him at the corner of First and Broadway.
Yeah, then when you get him down there in that mob of people, what then?
Well, we can clear the streets first.
Not without calling out the National Guard.
Yeah, wait a minute. We could try it. Get him out of the building, and then make a break to get out of the way and take a pot shot at him from a safe
Well,
distance.
okay, we got to try anything.
All right, go ahead, Snively. Give him the message.
Beg pardon, Chief, but Mr. Shoup just called and said he'd meet you on the corner of First and Broadway in 5 minutes.
Very well. Shall we go down and meet him?
You think you're pretty smart, don't you? Don't you think I'm wise to dodge like that? Well, I am. And it won't go. Here I am, and here I stay until Shoup shows up. And what's more, I'm getting tired of waiting. I've been here a half hour now. If he don't show up in 15 minutes, I'm going to jerk my hands off this box. Now, think that over.
Oh, but that wouldn't accomplish your purpose. You said you wanted to talk to Shoup. Something about the railroad men's wages. Oh, that doesn't concern us. Now, if you let that thing go, you'd kill a lot of policemen and yourself as well. There wouldn't be any point for that.
Well, I don't count. And I don't like policemen.
Minute after minute ticks on as the grotesquely clad killer faces the chief of police in sheer defiance. Seated stiffly upright, the skin hood outlining his nose and mouth, he looks like some brooding god from an ancient Assyrian temple. Outside, held in check by policemen and jail trustees, the mob grows by the hundreds every minute. While the detectives ponder some sort of solution to the dilemma, a newspaper photographer, at risk of his life, poises his camera for a picture of the terrorist.
What was that? Oh, a picture. That is all right. Put it in your paper as a lesson to the exploiters of the working men. And you'd better get that camera out of here fast, because I'm yanking my hand out of here in just 3 minutes.
All right, now, wait a minute. Listen. Hadn't you better use some common sense about...
Oh, be quiet. I'm ready to die even if you're not. Get Shoup over here in the next 3 minutes.
You hear that? He's going to set it off in 3 minutes. He will, too. We've got to do something.
I can't figure a thing out.
Are you game to go in there with me?
I'm game to go in with you anywhere, anytime, Sam. You've been in tough spots before.
All right. You got a blackjack?
Yeah?
Now, we'll go in there and ask him about the thing, and then...
What are you two whispering about? If you're ready to put that guy out, count me in on it.
We don't need you, John. Sam and I can pull it okay. No use in anyone else risking his neck.
The two of you together aren't big enough to keep me out.
All right, here's the plan. You crown him, Jim, and I'll grab the box and run to the street.
I'll grab the box.
No, I will, Fitz.
Oh, listen, Jim. You got a wife to think about.
Cut the argument. I'm grabbing the box. If we don't get in there in a minute, he's going to let that thing go.
Okay, let's go.
All set, Jim?
Set. Mr. Shoup will be here any minute now, but whether you come to an agreement with him or not, I wish you'd give us fellas time to get out of here before you set that thing off.
When Shoup gets here, I don't care what you birds do.
Pretty neat little contraption you got there. Must have taken you quite a while to rig that up. What's this thing for?
What thing?
This gadget down here. Got it, Jim! I got it!
As the terrorist slumps forward, both Fitzgerald and Brown grab at the box. Brown yanks it from Fitzgerald and runs down the stairway. Seeing a fuse sizzling within the infernal machine, he plunges his hand through the glass top of the box, extinguishing the flame. Down the stairs he leaps and out the front door of the police station. A cameraman has set up his tripod in front of the entrance. Hurtling out of the door in his headlong flight, Brown stumbles over the tripod. He has the presence of mind to throw the bomb from him. Sticks of dynamite spill from it as it careens down First Street, scattering the frightened crowd. Jumping to his feet, Brown runs to the smashed box and, holding it high over his head, smashes it again and again on the cobblestones.
All right. Well, it's all over.
Oh, great work, Sam. Oh, a hero.
Say, Brown, you're bleeding. Huh? Oh, that's funny. I didn't notice it before.
All right.
I must have cut myself when I jammed my hand in there to put that fuse out.
You mean you actually stuck your hand in the thing and put it out?
Oh, sure. It was the only thing to do, wasn't it? Certain that no damage could come from the infernal machine, the broken parts are collected from the street and carefully pieced together by police experts attempting to discover how the apparatus was to work. The machinery centers round a gun hammer mounted on a base. Under the hammer is a shotgun shell. Evidently, when the terrorist released the hammer, it would explode the shell. This explosion would ignite a slow-burning fuse leading to the 60 sticks of dynamite. One stick of this dynamite tested in Elysian Park blew a rock the size of an automobile into tiny bits. A few hours later, Brown and Fitzgerald visit the human bomb in the receiving hospital.
Well, how is he, Doctor?
He'll pull through, I think. He's semi-conscious now. For a while there, I was afraid we'd lose him.
Well, don't lose him, Doc. We want to talk to him.
Well, you can go in now. My head.
Hello, my friend. How do you feel now?
Where am I?
You're in the hospital.
Yeah, mighty lucky you're not in the morgue.
Where's my machine?
It's been taken all apart, and it did blow us to bits like you promised it would.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Now, you guys sneaked up on me and slugged me. But I can't understand why it didn't work. I must have made the fuse too long or something. It should have gone off.
Well, it didn't, thanks to the bravery of Sam here.
Oh, come on, John. Cut it. Now, look here. We want to find out something about you.
Well, fire ahead.
What's your name?
Carl Weiss.
Mm-hmm. Age?
35.
Where do you live?
Over on Lake Street.
Now, tell us, what was the big idea of that show you put on today?
Well, I thought the railroad men ought to have a little more money. That's why I told you to send for Paul Shoup. I thought I could scare him into promising to raise their wages. Besides, lots of men are out of work now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you got a job?
Yeah. I do a little carpentry work now and then. I worked for the railroad company once. That's when I got the idea that they didn't get enough pay.
So you thought you'd do something about it, eh?
Well, I tried.
What do you think we should do with you? Don't you realize what a terrible thing you were going to do?
No. I don't think I committed any crime. I kept telling you men to keep away from me. If the machine had gone off as I expected, well, it was their fault. You committed a bigger crime than I did.
Well, I don't follow your reasoning. But let's hear how that machine was to operate.
Well, it was fixed with shotgun caps, with powder connecting up to dynamite caps. I had a fuse in there, and while I was arranging things inside the box to get it connected properly, I made a mistake and put the cap in the wrong place.
Yeah?
Yeah. So in order to hold the powder, I used a little dynamite to fill up the hole. I guess that's why it didn't burn fast enough. Mm-hmm. You guys didn't give it time to burn through.
No, we didn't.
Be quiet. You see, this machine was different from most. Instead of having to pull the trigger to make it go off, I had to hold on tight to keep it from going off. You see, I can't understand what happened when you hit me over the head. I thought sure the minute my fingers let go of that trigger, the thing would explode. And it should have, because it was a beautiful machine. It was a beautiful piece of workmanship.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't share your admiration for the thing. But I would like to know, what was the idea of the 2 red wooden fingers we found on the street near the box?
Oh, them. Well, you see, I got 2 fingers missing on the right hand, and I knew if you ever looked in the box and saw them, you could identify me.
Why? Have you ever been arrested before?
Yeah, once. You got me in the rogues gallery.
Look here. Why did you go to the police station after Mr. Shoup? You knew you wouldn't find him there.
Because I was afraid if I went to the railroad office, the bomb might cause a panic, and some of those poor workers might get hurt.
But you didn't worry about killing a bunch of policemen.
Huh. Well, that wouldn't have mattered so much.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, why have you got it in for policemen?
Oh, nothing in particular. Only they're always going around arresting somebody. And anyway, I didn't think you'd be foolish enough to monkey with the box. I was just getting ready to yank my hand out when you started asking fool questions. I don't know why I didn't see that blackjack in time. I don't...
What other part of your scheme didn't work?
Well, the railroad man didn't show up.
Well, what if he had shown up and refused to do what you asked?
We found a pair of handcuffs on me, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, I intended to handcuff Mr. Shoup to me. Then I was going to make him walk out of the station with me like he was an officer and I was a crazy man. I was going to make him keep walking until we got out into the open country somewhere. Then I'd have kept him right there until he did what I said.
And if he'd still refused, you were going to set off the dynamite.
He'd have promised all right. And I'd have given him 6 weeks to make good.
What do you mean?
Well, if he hadn't given the men a raise in 6 weeks, I'd have come back down to the police station again. But I wouldn't have waited. I'd have blown it up as soon as I walked into the place. I intended to see that a working man got a square deal.
You didn't choose a very effective way to see it done.
Well, I guess it was as good as any.
Don't you think it was pretty brave of Sam here to grab that box from you?
No. I don't see where he deserves any credit. You had no right to hit me. I was only trying to get a raise for the railroad man.
Have you ever been confined to an insane asylum?
An insane asylum?
Yes.
An insane asylum. You don't think I'm crazy, do you? Why, I'm perfectly sane. I'm all right. It's you people that can't see the injustice and suffering in the world. It's you people that are crazy.
In just a moment, you will hear the summation of our story. The test of insanity in a criminal case is whether or not the accused is conscious of the difference between right and wrong. If he is conscious of this distinction, then he is not legally insane. This test was applied to Carl Weiss, and he reacted to it just like an average, intelligent person. Therefore, from a legal standpoint, Carl Weiss was sane, though he did suffer from the martyr complex. But this did not becloud his mind as far as knowing right from wrong. He was perfectly aware of the distinction. Carl Weiss was then duly tried on the charge of illegally transporting and depositing explosives in a public place, in this case, a police station. The jury found him guilty, and the court sentenced him to prison for 20 years. No, crime does not pay.
Calling all cars. Attention all cars. Cancellation broadcast 4. Suspect now in custody. That is all. Gordon.